Everyone learns AI upside down. They start at the bottom with the math, the theory, the 12-week Python course, and they quit somewhere around week 3, having built absolutely nothing. I want to show you the other way, the way the fastest people I know actually did it. You do not climb up to AI, you drop straight down into it, and you learn each layer only at the exact moment you need it. This is how I would learn AI in 2026 from scratch completely backwards. By the end of this, you will have a map you can start today, not someday. No prerequisites, no first. Spend 6 months on fundamentals. Just a rope and the nerve to go over the edge. So let us descend. Here is the old map everyone still hands you. Step 1, learn the math. Step 2, learn Python. Step 3, learn machine learning. Step 4, finally, build something real. It is a beautiful staircase, and it was built for a world that does not exist anymore. That staircase was designed to turn you into a researcher back in 2018. In 2026, the tools already do 90% of what that staircase was training you for. So flip it over. The single best predictor of whether someone actually learns AI is not how much theory they know, it is whether they shipped something real in their first week. Motivation is the fuel, and nothing produces motivation like a thing that works. So we start at the surface with a real result, and we only dig deeper when something we are building forces us to. Need pulls knowledge down. That is the whole trick. Depth zero, the surface. Your first day. Do not open a course. Do not buy a book. Pick one real annoying problem in your actual life. The report you rewrite every Monday, the inbox you cannot clear, the spreadsheet nobody understands. Just one. That problem is your compass for the entire descent. Now open one general model Claude or ChatGPT and solve that one problem end to end today. Not a toy version, the real thing. Paste in the mess. Ask it to fix the mess. Push back when it is wrong. In a single afternoon, you will have done something genuinely useful, and you will have felt the thing that keeps people going. That feeling is the only prerequisite that matters. Depth 1. Now we drive. Most people collect 50 tools and master none. You need 3. One thinking model to reason and write, one coding copilot to build, and one image or media model to create. That is it. 3 tools you can actually drive beats. 50 you have only bookmarked. And driving them well is a real skill. It is just not the skill you were told. Forget the magic word prompt lists. There are 3 moves that carry almost everything. First, give it context: who you are, what you are doing, and what good looks like. Second, give it a role and a constraint. And third, show it one example of the output you want. Context, constraint, example. Learn those 3, and you are already ahead of most people calling themselves prompt engineers. Depth 2. This is where the pressure changes, where most people never reach. Down here, you stop typing single prompts and you start wiring tools into systems that run without you. This is the leverage layer. One prompt saves you a minute. One agent saves you a morning, every morning, forever. And you do not need to code to start. Connect a model to your email, your calendar, your notes. Point it at a repeating task and let it run the whole loop. Read, decide, act, repeat. If you have ever used a no code automation tool, you already have the instincts. An agent is just an automation that can think. Build one that does something you do every single day, then watch it work while you are asleep. That is the moment AI stops being a chatbot and becomes a workforce. Now, we are about to go below the point most people ever reach. The pressure gets real down here. So before we drop further, do one thing: look back up. Somebody is starting their descent right now, staring over the same edge you were staring over 5 minutes ago. Drop a rope for them. Hit subscribe. That is the rope. It costs you nothing. And it is how the next person finds this map instead of that broken staircase. Rope is down. Good. Let us go deeper. Depth 3. And here, finally, is the wall. Your agent starts lying. It forgets what you told it. It hands you confident nonsense and burns money doing it. Good. This is the exact moment the old staircase was preparing you for. Except now you have a real bleeding problem and a real reason to understand it. So now you learn, but only the one piece that is blocking you. Why did it forget? You just discovered context windows. Why did it make things up? You just discovered that models predict instead of know. Why did it get slow and expensive? You just discovered tokens. Each wall teaches you exactly one concept. And because you needed it, it sticks for life. This is the kind of learning that top down courses can only dream of. Because you are not memorizing, you are rescuing something you built. Depth 4. The bedrock people warned you about, the fundamentals. And notice how different it feels arriving here from below instead of starting here. You do not need all of Python. You need just enough to read what your copilot wrote and change it with confidence. You do not need a machine learning degree. You need the intuition for how these models are trained, why they behave the way they do, and where they break. There is a famous rule that 20% of the theory does 80% of the work. Learning backwards finds that 20% automatically because it is simply whatever your builds kept dragging you down to reach. You will have skipped the entire 80% you never needed. That is not a shortcut. That is the correct path, finally drawn in the right order. Depth 5. The bedrock. By now, something has quietly changed. You are not learning AI anymore. You are building things other people depend on. You ship a tool and a friend uses it. You automate something and your team asks how. You explain a concept out loud and realize you understand it cold. That is the identity flip. You cross the line from user to builder somewhere back around depth 2, and you did not even feel it happen. And down here, it compounds. Every model that gets released is a new power tool for a builder and just more noise for everybody else. You stop chasing the news because you are not trying to know AI anymore. You are using it to make things. That is the whole point of the descent. Not to reach the bottom, but to become the kind of person the bottom cannot scare. So let us surface and look at the whole shaft at once. Surface, solve one real problem today. Depth 1, drive 3 tools and master 3 prompting moves. Depth 2, wire them into agents that run without you. Depth 3, hit a wall and learn the one concept that frees you. Depth 4, pull down only the fundamentals your builds demand. Depth 5, become a builder who compounds. 6 layers, and you can be standing on depth 2 inside of a single weekend. And if you forget everything else, keep the one rule carved at the bottom of the shaft. Never learn a thing until something you are building needs it. Follow that single rule and you cannot get lost. You cannot stall, and you will never again quit at week 3 of a course you did not need. That is how you learn AI in 2026. Not by climbing, by descending, with a reason for every single step. I turned this entire descent into a one-page map. Every depth, the exact tools, the 3 prompting moves, and the walls to expect. So you can pin it above your desk and just follow the rope. To grab it free, comment the word backwards on this video and I will send it straight to you. Or it is linked in the description. And if you want to go deeper than one page, my 4 beginner guides take you hand in hand through Claude Code, Codex, building with agents, and getting certified, all linked below. If this map saved you from the broken staircase, do the 2-second thing. Become a member here on YouTube and a subscriber on Facebook to keep this channel building. and follow on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So the next map finds you the day it drops. Now stop watching. Go pick your one problem. Your descent starts today.